Welcome to the Crimson Engine. My name is Rubidium. Today we are talking industry news and one of the biggest acquisitions deals that has the potential to change the film industry, especially the post industry, for independent filmmakers. So I wanted to dive in and check it out. Unity, which is, according to their website, the world's most popular development platform for 2D and 3D multi-platform games and interactive experiences, bought Weta Digital, one of the most famous and prestigious VFX houses in the world. It cost them $1.5 billion. They say they want to give away Weta's tools like the hair simulation, collision physics, fire and facial animation used for Gollum in Lord of the Rings to their community, which is about 1.5 million people, for free. Why is this a big deal, and will I be able to add a VFX villain to my next indie film with the click of a button? Not many people in the film world have used or worked with Unity. Unity is primarily a game development, but unlike Autodesk Maya or the 3D Studio Max, it's a real-time renderer, which means that instead of animating in wireframe and then sending the frames to render, the frame is rendered as you work on it. This kind of instant CGI has been getting a ton of attention with technologies like the Mandalorian's digital backlight, where instead of a green screen that has to be composited later, you shoot in front of a screen that is dynamically updated to represent your 3D world and where the camera is pointing. Yes, this is still a few years away for the indie scene, but technologies like this tend to trickle down and become more accessible. On my feature film, I would have loved to shoot with this kind of rig instead of the green screen for the car scenes, because I had to spend hours and hours compositing them in after we shot them. And when I shot them, we didn't really know what it was going to look like, so we weren't able to light to the plate that we were going to use on the street. Having all of this done at the one time is something that's really exciting, which means that you can shoot scenes that require compositing with no compositing, so they just go straight into the edit. But back to Unity and Weta. Unity doesn't have a dedicated film app right now, but it is definitely moving in that direction. It's a pretty huge company. It's almost twice the size of Canon by market cap, worth $50 billion. Their big focus is multi-platform gaming, so you can develop a game in Unity and then export it for mobile or console or PC or VR, which has become a very big deal since Facebook changed the name to Meta and have decided that VR is the future of social media. People have been making some pretty cool films with Unity, and you can totally see the potential for previs in 3D, then shooting a film and being able to use the same assets and software from your previs to put into your final film. Another thing that Unity acquired from Weta is their pipeline software. I personally have no idea how all the complex data is stored, shared, and backed up on something as massive as a $100 million film, but I'm glad someone does, and the idea of getting access to that methodology and that pipeline is pretty exciting. The indie world has actually had this experience once before. When DaVinci Resolve first came out in 2003, it was $1 million a license. When it went broke and Blackmagic bought it in 2010, they made it free. That totally changed color grading, because now everyone with a PC could get access to many of the same tools that before that only Hollywood had. You totally see the result in independent film. They look a lot better than they did 10 years ago. I'm hoping that indie filmmakers like myself can piggyback off the billions of dollars spent on game design and VR and get access to those big budget effects and some of the processing power for a fraction of the price. I don't know how long it'll be until the Weta tools are made available to the Unity users, but I definitely plan on jumping in, installing Unity, and seeing if I can get a good result with what they make available. If you shoot on the Canon platform and are interested in filmmaking, definitely check out Canon Masterclass. I have a ton of long-form tutorials up there and professional cinema training. You can get individual camera masterclasses or things about lighting, camera movement, project blueprints, all kinds of stuff. You can buy them individually, or you can stream the entire site for just $14 a month. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.